So this is a super short briefing on productivity, and I'm going to talk about text expanders. What's the problem space? We have to share a lot of URLs. We have to find directories on our hard drives. Some of us have text that we generally or very often have to send out. I do a lot of coaching and so forth, and I have to send people resources. I'm admin of a really huge group of product managers. I have to send links and all kinds of stuff like that. And if you do that enough times, if you hunt for directories or have to go look for a list to find a URL, it gets expensive time-wise. It shifts your focus. And sometimes to do that stuff, like I have to go from typing on the keyboard to going to a mouse to looking through the history on my browser, whatever. There's a bunch of text that I need to generate or reuse, and there's not a simple way to do that. So a few years ago, I found text expanders. It's basically software that allows you to take a long piece of text and give it a nickname, and then you can just type that nickname. I'm going to show you BeefText. That's open source. It's free. It works beautifully for me. There are also paid text expanders that probably have some bells and whistles that BeefText doesn't. I've been able to get the same effect, by the way, on my Android phone. If you go into the settings for the keyboard, there are text shortcuts. So if you type the nickname, it will show up in kind of the preview. You can just select it. So now I can send URLs while I'm on my phone and stuff like that as well. BeefText doesn't sync with Android, but it's an option. And I cannot overstate how much time I think this saves me every year. It improves my productivity, not just by saving me time of searching for things, but also by not breaking my context and allowing me to keep focus. So I am a really big fan of these things. So let's take a look at BeefText. This is the interface. It's super simple. You can group what they call combos, and a combo is just something that you give a name. We'll call this test. I can give it a keyword, which is test text. And then I can put whatever I want here. And now anytime, anywhere in Windows that I type this thing, this string will appear. So I'll actually save that. We can here go to Notepad, and I'm just going to show you some of the stuff I use it for. So here's a link to the pricing page on my site. I send that out all the time. It's super convenient. I have a bunch of resources on my site. So this is a briefing. It's a video on professional branding. That is super helpful. Here is a directory that I use for some video files. Sometimes they're super long, but I have conventions that I use so that I can remember them. I am admin of a Facebook group. Here's something that I send in chat when somebody who is a product leader joins the group. And I mean, you can put really long text in there. This is just like filler text that I use. So if you can imagine using this a couple hundred times a day, it's crazy the amount of time it saves you. So hope this was helpful.